For years, we've heard the emotional stories of men and women sexually abused in their teens within the Diocese of Covington.
However, family members of those victims have kept quiet about their own pain and suffering until now. Our live team coverage of the day's news continues tonight. 9 News reporter Tom McKee is here now with one woman's decision to take her story public. Tom?
Well, Brendan, victims' cries weren't clearly heard until 2002 and the installation of Roger Foys as Bishop of the Diocese of Covington. He met many of these victims, helped settle the country's only class action sex abuse lawsuit. Most victims still won't talk about their experiences, and some even haven't told family members. But one told his wife, and while she didn't want her face or name used, she wants to prevent others from experiencing what she went through.
May 28, 2009, years of legal wrangling produce a $90 million victims fund. Emotions flow freely in a Boone County courtroom from one of the abused.
A few tears, but basically we got justice for the first time.
400 people apply for compensation. 250 claims are judged valid for abuse that occurred from 1948 through 1994. Plaintiff's attorney Bob Steinberg says 80 diocesan employees were involved.
While the majority of were priests, there were nuns, there were brothers, and there were employees such as teachers or coaches.
This woman we'll call Sue wasn't a victim, but her husband, whom we'll call Bill, was. Settlement records show the late Reverend James Kleeman abused Bill 50 times from 1958 through 1961.
He never told his parents they died not knowing that he was abused.
Covington Catholic High School was the site of some of Bill's abuse, according to case documents. That's where Father Kleeman taught Latin and religion. The rectory at St. Anthony Church in Taylor Mill was another abuse site validated by the courts.
Pastor walked in on him during the abuse, and he just turned around and walked out. Nothing was ever done.
Bill and Sue were married 30 years before he ever told her what happened.
What impact did this have on your marriage?
What it does is it takes away their ability to trust people.
But joining the court case unlocked the mystery for Sue.
And I finally realized, oh my gosh, that's why he never trusted me. It wasn't me.
But those court proceedings couldn't prepare her for Bill's nightmares.
He'd be sleeping, but he'd be above me in bed, and he was ready to punch me. It was somebody in his dream that he was going to hit, but I was going to be the one who was going to get punched.
Bishop Roger Foys, who agreed to the settlement fund, won lofty praise from the couple.
He was very compassionate, and I think he did good.
Retired E.W. Scripps Company Chairman Bill Burleigh, who served as co-special master overseeing victims' claims, also holds the bishop in high regard.
He's a hero who will never get the kind of credit that he deserves for what he did, and he's not looking for the credit.
Burleigh and retired federal judge Thomas Lambrose reviewed evidence against each abuser in deciding victims' compensation.
Does it make you angry? Yes, certainly. One to strangle some of them. But at the end of the day, I think the Lord's taking care of all of us.
But Burleigh acknowledged some people may never reach forgiveness and reconciliation in their hearts.
I encountered the presence of evil in ways that maybe I hadn't encountered as a newspaper reporter or corporate person. However, I think the church purified itself in the process. It is a better church for having faced up to this terrible scandal.
Now, Bill was awarded a substantial settlement, but the amount is confidential. Victims' awards range from $5,000 to $1 million. Steinberg told me 200 other possible victims contacted him but did not file claims because of privacy concerns. But court records in the case remain sealed. One note, I asked for an interview with Bishop Foys for this story, but, Brendan, that was not granted.
Tom McKee, thanks.